Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily Grace with Pastor James. Thank you for joining me in this episode. Hey, this episode is a special episode. We have a special person in our midst, and it's no other person than Reverend Yemi Adedeji. Reverend, thank you so much for coming again. Thank you. Yes, the other time you came, we were in the old place.
Absolutely.
In Woods Lane.
Yeah.
But thank God you are here in our new facility.
It's not just new. It's phenomenal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
it's
sir.
One of the largest per square footage church building I've ever seen in my life. And probably the largest that I've seen, apart from Cathedral, in the whole of UK and Europe. And congratulations
for
this that God has done for you.
Thank you,
sir. Phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Thank you, sir.
If you're watching, you need to come to Solid Rock in Derby. It's a phenomenal. This building is phenomenal.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And also thank you for your prayers each time that we're on the phone. You have one advice or the other for me.
Thank you. That's what we do for each other.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So now you have been to this building, and I know you have a wealth of experience that you go through, and the people that you see. What encouragement, what advice do you have for our people? Because like I do tell them, and you also mentioned this to me last night when we were talking, that look, God has not given us this place for nothing.
Absolutely.
That there's a reason why he has given us this place. And I keep telling them exactly the same thing in church. I just want them to hear that from you.
Well, if you're a member of this church, God doesn't make mistake in giving such a resource like this to a church. And it's not only the resource. When God gives the resource, a big resource like this, it means that he wants the church member to increase their capacity, now diverse capacity, intellectual capacity, financial capacity, gift capacity, grace capacity, because everything that this church needs to move to the next level is already in the house. And so it's up to the individual to find out, actually, what part am I playing in making sure that I'm part of those that will create the step change for what God has given to this church. You know what? There's nothing as good as being one of the founders. So in future, when one is telling stories to our children and children, you can say, I was there when that building was bought. I was there when we were cleaning up, when we were putting it into place. I was there when we done the new toilet and all that sort of things. But look at it now, what the Lord has done. Nothing like being a servant that put their hands on the plow and able to do what God will want them to do. So I'm encouraging and advising you, this is the time to give it your best shot.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ravi. I think, again, you've been saying this, but it's still an amazement to me. This building, apart from the size, that it's in the heart of the city. You just come out of the door and you have the mall just opposite you. And I look at all this and I said, God, please, can you also go ahead and reveal to us what you want us to do? Because we want to really key into what God is doing in this place. We even have people walking past and they just want to come and see.
Yes, that's how phenomenal the building is.
They just want to come and see. Yeah. And just like you have told our people, I just pray and hope that we'll all step up and do God's work, because this is the time that we would key into the mission of God, which is go out there and win souls. And I tell my people, God telling us to go out there and win souls is not to go and depopulate another church. We don't do that as a church. We just want to win people who don't have a church community, a church home, and then we just come into the place.
At your doorstep, if God gives you a building that's right in the middle of the city center across the mall, basically what God is saying is that you don't need to go and look for fish. I've surrounded you with an ocean.
Fantastic.
And in that ocean, there are species of fish inside there. If you want salmon, sea bass, whatever, it's in there.
Yeah.
So different nationality, different ethnicity, different demography, different age, all sorts of, you are right in the center. Now, you don't even need to go and be knocking doors. They are already walking past the place. Now, the onus is then on us as a church. What do we need to do to make the place attractive?
Fantastic.
For people to ask the question, what is this place about? I said something to you earlier that when you have a building like this in the middle of the town center, you are not running a church anymore. No, you're not. You are running the city. You have a church that is as big as a cathedral, even not bigger than the cathedral. You are running the city. So the impact of this church is such that nobody takes a political position in this city without saying, let's go to solid rock. Because in that solid rock, if they say they are behind you, you can consider this election done. That's what the lack of some of those churches in America. So politicians will knock on their door. And because they have become an influential and a governing church. So if people understand that we are right in the middle of the business center and we are right within a sphere of influence, then it will change their thinking and it will change their disposition and it will also change their posture in terms of what they do to contribute to the work of the church.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And it's an interesting thing that you mentioned, politics. Another thing which I've been telling our people, and this I've been saying for the past 4 years, let them also go into politics.
Absolutely.
But I don't know why they are afraid to go into politics, even if they start with councillorship. So do you have any advice you can give to them?
I think it's a challenge where you've never been to and you don't have a model or a mentor to take you in there. It will be a challenge. So what we need to is to see whether we can get people who are already in politics within our context and let them know that I used to be like you, but I joined a political party, I got their card, go into their meeting, until one day they will ask me, would you like to take, because that's how it happened. It happens that way. So I think we might need a bit of a role modeling and getting some people to come. And it's not only politics, same as the magistracy. Right? So maybe we need to get many of our people. I've encouraged, and my wife has encouraged a lot of people to become magistrates. So it's just a matter of just saying, you can. You're not illegal.
You are not.
If you're not illegal, there's nothing. That's the beautiful thing of this country. You can be a magistrate, you can be a politician, you can sit on governing boards, because that's what makes this church a governing
church.
So when people come to your church on a Sunday morning, there are about 4 or 5 councillors sitting. There are about 6 people who sit on different charities as chair of the board. There are about 5 or 6 magistrates in there. Then you become a church that people must pay attention. And it's not impossible.
Oh, yes.
Every single person must just need to understand, why am I in this country? Why am I in this particular city? Why am I in Solid Rock?
Solid Rock,
I have a purpose. And they go for it.
Fantastic. Oh, wow. Excellent. That's so good. Now you've all heard it from our wonderful Reverend Canon Yemi Adedeji. Now, before I just say the last word, I just want to see if Reverend has a last advice, the last nugget to give to us, the viewers, and of course us as Solid Rock.
I guess if there's anything at all, one of my favorite Bible phrase right now is Ephesians 3:20, which says God is able to do exceedingly abundantly beyond what we think or ask. Power that works within us. Now, the key word there, I always say to people, 2 words: think or ask. Now, the challenge for most church people is that you always ask. Intercession, pray. But there's the thinking bit.
Part,
So we don't do much of the thinking bit. We do a lot of the asking. So what I'm encouraging you is that you need to exercise your intellectual faculty in diverse area that God has given it to you. So as you are thinking, reflecting, be praying. Because in the place of prayer, God will give you things to think about. And then don't just pray and think, get into action and see what God will do. Amen.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening to us. You can see why it is a special, special episode. Before I forget, I know you brought this wonderful book to us today, Relevant Intelligence. Wow. Do you want to say a little bit about this book to our audience?
Absolutely, yeah. As you read from the back, that my travel has been to over 72 nations nationwide, consulting for over 700 churches. And for me, it's all the knowledge and the wisdom I've gained over those years. I've packaged them into 10 intelligences. And this book, I've been doing a bit of a round around the world. I thought I can't come to Solid Rock without bringing the solid book for the solid leadership and the solid pastor. So it's an amazing book. If you want to grab a copy, that would be fantastic. Yeah, it's been amazing. So all the intelligences you need as a leader, not only for church pastors, but as a leader, it will be very useful to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rev. I encourage you guys to just go and get this. Brethren, it is now time for us to roll off our sleeve and build. We are builders in Solid Rock, and we're going to build something extremely wonderful for the Lord, for this that He has given unto us. Thank you so much for listening to me in this episode. Once again, my name is Pastor James Egodibe, and I pastor RCCG Solid Rock Parish, Derby, in our new facility in Exchange Street. In fact, we are in a corner of two streets, Exchange Street and East Street. That's how big the property is. The postcode is DE1 2DU. We'll be expecting you to come and see what the Lord is doing in this place. God bless you, and bye.